look at some of these and make some predictions for the East and the West. And again, we'd love to hear from you what you think. Let's start with the East. I have the schedule here in front of you. This is who they play this year. This is the previous year's schedule, and this is the order in which they finished last year. So, we'll start
top to bottom or bottom to top.
This is we'll go bottom to top.
Okay.
I have mine here listed. We will start number 7 in the East.
Is there any question?
And clearly, that's kind of an easy one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Vandy.
I mean, it's Vandy. I think they'll beat Elon, right? I mean, seriously, I'm not even joking about that. I think they'll beat Elon. Will they go on the road and beat Hawaii? I don't know. Will they come home and beat Wake Forest? I don't know. Will they go on the road and beat Northern Illinois? I don't know.
There's certainly reason to question that.
And I really don't see a conference game in there that's winnable for them. So
they went 0-8 last year.
Yeah.
So
they're definitely my number 7. I think my question is, will they have 1, 2, or 3 wins? I can't see them with 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Surely they can go on the road and beat Hawaii. You're not guaranteeing it.
I'm not guaranteeing that. Not a road game. That kind of travel. It's a long road trip.
This is true. Yeah. But it is a nice, if you're going to travel somewhere.
Yeah, there's another reason to be concerned, right? Distractions.
This is true. All right, number 6 then. I have Missouri coming in number 6.
Yeah, I like Missouri in that spot too.
Connor Bazelak travels out. I mean, he transfers out.
I don't think Eli Drinkwitz is a good fit in the league.
Really?
I don't. I think he's a pretty decent coach. Just don't think he's a good fit. And I don't think he'll be there much longer. I look for Missouri to, something similar to what they did last year, 6-7, something like that.
He's kind of. I mean, he is a Gus Malzahn protege.
Is he? I just don't think
was Gus a good fit in the league?
At first, I think he was. I think, we rehashed Gus so much, but I still think Gus either talked himself out of doing what he did, or got talked out of doing what he did. But either way, I think Gus kind of it never the whole Jared Stidham thing never made sense to me. That is not Gus's style of quarterback, and people can talk about the Tulsa days and all that all they want to. Jared Stidham was not a quarterback that was going to maximize the potential of a Gus Malzahn offense, and neither was Bo Nix. So
Well, when he turned it over completely to Chip Lindsey in 2017, that was some of the best football Auburn played.
Yeah.
Under Gus Malzahn, but when he took it back in 2018.
Yeah, well, like I said, Gus has got
to your point.
Gus got a Gus, right? Yeah. Gus got a Gus. So I don't know. I would have been looking for. I'd have been looking for just a different style. I'd have been looking for my next Nick Marshall.
Well, as Terry likes to remind us,
yeah,
I think Lamar Jackson was on the block.
It was, yeah.
He was. He did want to.
He might have been pretty good in that offense.
He might have been.
Yeah.
All right, number 5 for JJ in the East.
All right, so I notice you've got South Carolina.
I do have South Carolina.
Schedule is so important. Their road games, they're at Arkansas, at Kentucky.
Spencer Rattler led South Carolina.
Yeah. And look, that helps. Spencer Rattler didn't have a great year last year, but he's a talented guy. At Vandy, at Florida, at Clemson. I'm going to say maybe they win 2 of those. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go 6-6 on South Carolina. I kind of liked them in the same boat with Missouri.
Yeah.
I could see a 7-5 out of there if they sneak up and win one, but I think they're a 6-6 team, and 6-6 I think is probably going to put them, right there at 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Like that, no problem.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
good there. I'm good with you.
Number 4, I have the Florida Gators.
Yeah, the Florida Gators. This is the most interesting one to me,
Yeah.
right?
How good is Billy Napier?
I think Billy
How
Napier is a
quickly-
quality coach.
How quickly can he turn it around?
That's the question. I think Billy Napier is a quality coach and an outstanding recruiter. Don't know how quickly he can get that thing turned around. Did Emory Jones wind up leaving? Is he gone or is he back?
I didn't hear that he did.
Okay.
But that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, that's an important thing, but just from a
Is
leadership
he even the
perspective.
starting quarterback if he is back?
I think so. I think the team respects him. I think it's one of those things where he's a guy that's bought in for his whole career, and I think he would be an important leadership element for that team.
That's true.
Even if he wasn't the most talented guy, back there. But I don't know. We want to do it after the break.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll take a break. We'll ponder these important decisions, and then we'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing. A&M Plumbing. Service at its best when you need it most.
It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of the brand new Chevrolet Silverado Trail buses. The full-size pickups equipped for off-roading adventures. They're ready to roll. Now at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and discounted up to $5,000 off while they last. And you can get 0% financing on many new Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. Give them a call today for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. 551 Big Fish, or you can look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Big Fish Real Estate. JJ, we're looking at the making some predictions, just some early off-the-cuff SEC predictions, East and West. We're starting with the East. This is just post-spring. You know, take a look at it. We'll come back. We'll revise these later on. But right now, we both have, and we're in agreement, Vandy, number 7, Missouri 6, South Carolina 5.
Now, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to stick with you, too. I like Florida at 4.
Okay.
And I think you and I agree on this. Florida, South Carolina, Missouri, put them in a hat and draw one out, right, for 4, 5, and 6. Either one of them could finish 6, any of them could finish 4, any of them could finish 5. But I think they're all kind of in that group together.
Yep.
I give Florida the 4 because looking at the schedule, I kind of like them at 7 and 5, right? I think – you know, Kentucky at home is winnable. I think South Florida at home's a win. Eastern Washington at home's a win. I think Missouri at home's a win. I think South Carolina at home's a win. And I think Vandy on the road's a win. And then I think, you know, there's some winnable home games in there, right? They're at home against Utah. Tough game, but it's not unthinkable.
Nope.
They get Kentucky at home. They can win that game, possibly. They get LSU at home. I have no idea what LSU has or doesn't have. You know, so, you know, beyond that, I mean, they could go on the road to FSU and, you know, get another win. So I think I could see Florida 7 and 5, 8 and 4 kind of team, even if they're not really as good as 8 and 4.
Right. Going, you know, I think Billy Napier's a good coach. I have thought that they have made good hires before, but it may not. It just may not work. Yeah. I don't know.
It may not. I never thought the Will Muschamp thing was a really good hire for them.
Well, I take that back. I thought when they first hired him, I thought Will Muschamp was going to be a really good coach, but it just didn't happen.
Temperamentally, he's not right for that. You know, but. You know, that being said, I mean, I thought the Jim McElwain hire made sense. I mean, he's the national championship offensive coordinator at the time. Yeah. But it was just strange. You know, he's a West Coast guy.
He's a strange guy, turns
out.
out.
He's strange anyway.
I didn't like the Dan Mullen hire, to be perfectly honest.
I thought the Dan Mullen hire was a good hire. The question I had was, and I said it at the time and said it the whole time he was there, can he recruit in the deep water? And he couldn't. No. He just couldn't do it.
I have Kentucky at number 3.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna break ranks with you here. I look at Kentucky as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm looking at Kentucky as possibly a 9-win team. And that would 9 and 3 wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm going to flip-flop with you here. I don't think Tennessee is taking the step forward everybody thinks they're going to take this year. I think Tennessee falls back to that 8 and 4 and I think Kentucky comes to the 9-3. So I'm looking at Kentucky as number 2 with Tennessee 3.
So I think Tennessee gets revenge on Pittsburgh. I don't think that Pittsburgh will be as good this year as they were last year. That's one of the games they lost. I think so Tennessee's a game better there for sure. And I don't know. It's just something they do have to go to LSU. That's the one that is the but I like Hendon Hooker coming back. And I was impressed with what Tennessee was able to do. I think they I'm not sure Kentucky can go back-to-back 10-win type 9-10.
I think they're 9-3.
But maybe they are. Maybe they are.
You know what? It may all come down to Kentucky going on the road to Tennessee late in the season. I mean, it may all come down to that, to which team is 8-4 and which team is 9-3, right?
Yeah.
But
that's basically what I base it on.
If you're a Tennessee fan, it should make you really encouraged when I say this. Tennessee may not completely suck this year. And if you're a Tennessee fan, that's about as good as it's been in 15 years. So, you can, take that for what it's worth. Close to 20 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't completely suck. They're still not good.
There's some extra. Well, you're coming off actually a winning season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I know, right? They went 7-6. Let's throw a party.
Yeah.
Did they get Champions of Life rings or any of that? Or
no, there were no garbage cans. There were no Champions of Life rings.
But poor Tennessee. I mean, just imagine the fate that has to befall you to be a Tennessee football fan in the last 20 years.
This is true.
And here we are. I haven't seen Tennessee fans this excited since Lane Kiffin was hired. And they're excited because they don't completely suck. You're not the worst team in the East. You know what I mean? It's like, what a horrible fate to befall you. You got to wear that orange around everywhere.
You got to start somewhere to crawl out.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I just have a hard time. If they won more than 8 games, I'd fall out of my chair. They're just not that good. But it's possible they could win 8. They could also go 7-5. 6-6 is not out of the realm of possibility. But
no,
I just don't think they're complete and utter garbage. And that's as close to you're going to get as a compliment from me to Tennessee. You're not total garbage.
Not total garbage.
Yeah.
They're rejoicing.
Yeah.
They're singing Rocky Top.
You smell it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're not total garbage.
So I have.
I guess that means we both have Georgia first in the East. Right?
Clearly.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody. And it's hard to see a loss. I mean, they do open with Oregon. Bo Nix.
Could be interesting,
in
but new coaching
side.
staff at Oregon, who, of course, very familiar with Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. Their road games aren't all that.
Where's the loss for Georgia? I mean, it's hard to see them not running the table.
I mean, if it's not Oregon or Florida, Florida and Jacksonville, but who else would it be? I'm
on the road at Kentucky late.
Maybe Kentucky gives them a challenge. Yeah,
maybe so.
Yeah,
maybe so. But that's the East right there. So we'll pencil those in, and we'll look at the West when we come back. Love to get your thoughts. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial building. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you up until 1 o'clock today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by the Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. I'm afraid interest rates are about to go up, so now is the time. Get in while you can and get that great great rate. Ty says he thinks Tennessee's going to break the streak against Alabama this year.
Okay.
JJ does not.
No, let's not get out of.
Hey,
our
look
mind
out now!
here.
They played them tough last year. Now
No, they did. They did. I think Alabama will be better this year than they were last year.
Okay. All right. And Brent says that ESPN the ratings said this was the most watched gymnastics final in ever watched on ESPN.
Wow.
On Saturday. 922,000 viewers. Peaked at 1.1 million watching the gymnastics championship.
Wow.
On Saturday. That's
a lot. That's
absolutely impressive. All right, we agreed for the most part in the East. I have a feeling we're going to be wildly different in the West.
I don't even see your West up here.
It is on the next page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be wildly different. Yeah.
All right. So, and look, and again, okay, so there's 3 or 4 that you could jumble up in the East. To me, 2 through 7, you can jumble up, and I would buy it in any order, to be perfectly honest, this year. So I will start with the bottom. For a lack of, because of the complete unknown, I'm going to put LSU there, at least right now. I'm going to put them at 7. But to be perfectly honest, I could see they might win 9 games. So, but right now, I got them at 7.
Brian Kelly might be a terrible fit at LSU.
He might be.
However, he is 10 times the coach that Ed Orgeron was. And he's going to have talent to work with. He's not a complete clown. Yeah, I mean, Orgeron, no offense if you liked him. I know he was entertaining at times. A clown.
Does he have a quarterback?
Huh?
Does LSU have a quarterback?
I mean, he's got linemen. I kind of look at it this way. LSU's going to have a quarterback. He's either going to be, pretty mediocre to pretty good, So
they got the the Daniels kid from Arizona State.
Yeah.
Is that? I don't know if he's an upgrade of what they had or not.
I think what you're going to see out of LSU is you're going to see a pretty basic scheme, both offensively and defensively this year. I don't think they're going to try to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. They're going to run some pro style stuff, and and with their just overall talent level, LSU is going to win some games. Just off of that, and they'll be prepared and well coached, and Kelly's not going to make idiot mistakes and that kind of thing. And if he'll just leave the accent alone, he'll be fine.
Well, just work on it at least.
But no, I cannot put LSU in the 7. My 7 is going to be Mississippi State, because I'm looking at a world here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 and 7, maybe 4 and 8.
For Mississippi State?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mississippi State losing to on the road at LSU, A&M, Arkansas, on the road at Alabama, on the road at Kentucky, Georgia, Ole Miss, possibly Auburn. That would be 8 losses.
Okay.
And I just don't. And this will be the last cruise for the Pirate.
This is it.
This is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, again, wildly different.
Yeah.
All right, so I have Arkansas at number 6.
I want to give Arkansas some credit because I do think they're extremely well coached. They're consistent. They
KJ Jefferson's back.
KJ Jefferson's back. I like KJ Jefferson a lot.
But Traylon Burks is no longer there. He was a big part of that offense.
The bad part is obviously they have their division games and even the home games, Texas A&M and Alabama. Texas A&M, of course, neutral. Alabama, LSU. Those are all home games. They could win, A&M's neutral, but out of those 3, they could win one of those.
They finally got over the hump and beat A&M last year.
But as I'm looking at it, Cincinnati, South Carolina, Missouri State.
Yeah, opening with Cincinnati. That's ambitious.
At Mississippi State, at BYU, Liberty, home with Ole Miss. All those are very winnable games. On the road at Missouri, very winnable game. So no, I don't like Arkansas in that spot. I think if I'm going to go with the 6, boy, that's tough. Okay. Here's the weird thing. I think Auburn could open the season 5-0.
I agree.
I think Auburn could open the season 5-0, depending on what happens with LSU and Penn State.
It's tough backloaded, though.
It's very backloaded. At Georgia, at Ole Miss. Again, I think they'll beat Mississippi State. I think they've got a chance to beat Arkansas. All right, you ready for this, Andy?
I'm ready.
Ole Miss is my 6.
Come on now.
Ole Miss is my 6.
Really?
Yeah.
You're coming out of the gate swinging here.
Losing their quarterback.
This is true.
I don't know what they're going to have.
Did you know they hired Charlie Weiss as their OC?
Senior?
Yes. I found that out today. I'm surprised at that.
I did not know that.
That makes me even feel worse. That makes me want to put them at 7.
I'm going with Ole Miss in my 6. I'll explain my rationale on the other side. But,
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. A couple more segments left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. Ty says he's got Alabama number 1, A&M number 2, Auburn number 3, Ole Miss 4, Arkansas 5, LSU 6, and Mississippi State 7. So he agrees with you that Mississippi State in the cellar.
Yeah, I like them at 7. I like Ole Miss at 6, and we were talking about that before we took the break. But I like Ole Miss at 6 because I look at their schedule. I just see them going like 2-6 in conference, and that it doesn't mean. I mean, I know they're coming off a 10-3, and people have kind of, oh well, Lane Kiffin's there now. They're going to be good, and they may not be as bad as a 2-6 conference record sounds, but they're on the road at A&M, on the road at LSU, on the road at Arkansas. Got home games with Auburn, Kentucky, Alabama. You know,
they got beat by Auburn at home 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Egg Bowl as a winnable home game for them. They could beat Kentucky at home, but I don't expect them to. They could beat Auburn at home, but I don't expect them to. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at Mississippi State and Vandy as their 2 conference wins, and I think, you know, so they'll wind up, you know, either 5-7 or 6-6, depending on what happens with Georgia Tech.
I will say that you predicted them to win 10 games last year.
I did predict them to win 10 games last year.
You've got a feel.
Yeah,
you got some sort of kinship with Ole Miss.
Yeah,
I don't know. You're the Ole Miss whisperer.
Me and Lane, we go back. You know. I was also the only person who thought it was a good idea for Nick Saban to hire that dude back in the day too. But anyway, nevertheless, I like Ole Miss at the 6.
I have the Auburn Tigers at number 5 right now.
All right,
I may talk myself into moving them up, but we'll see.
Yeah, this one to me is a really, really interesting one because Arkansas, I think we all have a lot of respect for what Sam Pittman's done there. Mm-hmm. Are they good enough to be a top 3 team in the league this year, right? Again, so much comes down to schedule, but they got home games with Texas A&M and Alabama, road games, Auburn, Missouri, BYU, and Mississippi State. You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put Arkansas in my 5. Okay. And that's really not a terrible season for them. I'm thinking another kind of 4-4 conference record, that sort of thing. And then depending on what they do non-conference, you know, they could go 8-4, 7-5.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do with Cincinnati, you know. So
they're not going to surprise anybody this year.
They're not going to surprise anybody, but they didn't surprise me last year. I mean, you know, we knew from the year before they were pretty well coached and pretty disciplined team. So. Yeah, but I'm putting them in my 5. I mean, this division is so brutal, but yeah, I would put them in the 5.
I got Ole Miss at number 4.
I'm putting LSU at 4.
Okay.
And the reason I'm putting LSU at 4 is because they're on the road at Auburn. They're on the road at Arkansas. They're on the road at A&M. They're on the road at Florida. That's a tough 4 games
tough,
right there.
Yeah.
That's tough 4 games on the road. They get Alabama at home. Congratulations. They get a you know what we expect to be a tough Tennessee team at home. Mm-hmm. So
open the year with Florida State.
And open the year with Florida State, who's not very good. So you know, but like I said, I expect LSU to be okay. I don't expect them to be really good. I expect them to be okay, talented, decently coached. But I like them in the 4 because I'm thinking they're going to lose on the road at Auburn.
I got Texas A&M at number 3.
I'm going to put Auburn at 3.
I like that.
Like I said, it's not inconceivable that Auburn starts out 5-0, right?
I think they better start out 5-0.
Penn State and LSU are both losable games. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would. No, there's no question.
But if they don't, then those games with Arkansas at home, A&M at home, Mississippi State on the road. I like Auburn.
Judging by last year, Missouri is a losable game. I mean, it's not a
Well,
guarantee.
you're judging by the second half of last year.
Yeah.
Mid-season last year, we didn't feel that way.
No.
So I sort of expect Auburn to get off to a I'm just going to say they win one of the two and call it a 4-1 start, right?
Okay.
Get off to a 4-1 start, loss at Georgia. I think they go on the road and beat Ole Miss.
I like that.
I think they've got enough to beat Arkansas and Mississippi State. And then I think losses to Texas A&M and Alabama. So I'm looking at 4 losses. That's 8-4. You know, that's kind of where I like Auburn.
Okay. I have Texas A&M at number 3. Is that where we're?
Yeah. I just did Auburn at
3. Right.
Right.
I have the Mississippi State Bulldogs at number 2.
It's got to be just intuition on your part.
All
right?
right. 18 of the 22 starters coming back.
Okay.
They lost a lot of close games.
Yeah.
One of them to LSU, which they could have easily won. They beat Texas A&M last year on the road.
Yeah.
I think this Mississippi State team, Will Rogers, coming back, throwing. I mean, a lot more confident. I'm telling, tons of experience coming back. Everywhere that Mike Leach goes, they're somewhere in those first 3 or 4 years, he has that season where they go, they win about 10 or 11 games. I think this is that year.
I mean, I have them last in the division, so you can't. I mean, obviously, I can't agree with you on it. I don't think they have any talent. I think they benefited last year. You mentioned the LSU game, right? I mean, LSU last year was one of the weirdest, most poorly coached teams ever.
They were erratic.
Mississippi State benefited from some teams that were having really weird years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not bad years, just weird years. So I can't agree with you on that. So my number 2 obviously is Texas A&M.
Obviously.
1, 2, 3. If they beat Arkansas in Game 4, I think they start out the season 5-0 because I think they'll go on the road and beat Mississippi State before they go on the road to Alabama, and that'll be interesting. So second half of the season's not overly daunting. Got a road trip to Auburn, road trip to South Carolina, and then it's Ole Miss, Florida, UMass, and LSU at home. I mean, A&M. I'm looking at this schedule, and I see 10-2.
Alabama and Georgia yet again in the SEC.
Well, all right. So, in all fairness, on the Alabama side, most people I think would give me that Bryce Young is the best offensive player in the country.
Sure.
Most people I think would agree with me that Will Anderson is the best defensive player in the country. When you have the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the country, it's hard not to win a lot of games.
This is true.
There's some trip-ups. I mean, look, going to Texas will not be a cakewalk. Going to LSU won't be a cakewalk. But I think, 11-1, 12-0, something like that.
Got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday afternoon. Let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Good afternoon, guys. How y'all doing?
All right,
Hey,
Terry. How about you?
Good. Andy, I'd hate to disagree, but Mississippi State at 2, I think that's like trying to scratch your elbow with your left elbow with your right hand. I'm sorry, I think that's way off. Or your left ear with your right hand. I'm sorry, I just think that's way off.
Okay.
I think the people are underestimating how big a loss Charles Cross is going to be at left tackle.
Could be.
That guy's going to be a very, very rich man this time next week. So
it definitely will be that.
That's going to be a big loss, a big loss. And as far as other things, who knows? Who knows? It's fun to make the predictions, but I always get a kick out of when the media predicts SEC media days because they're usually way off.
Oh yeah, and they've only been right like 2 or 3 times in the last 25 years. And again, these are preliminary picks. These are off the cuff. Maybe
it's fun to do it.
They'll change some in the fall.
You may be able to talk me into it, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. And again,
Terry, you don't think that Will Rogers is a program-changing quarterback?
No, I think he's a solid quarterback, JJ. But I think that left tackle is very, very, very important in Mike Leach's scheme. I think people are underestimating that. He might be running for his life at times.
5 years from now, is Will Rogers an NFL quarterback or a State Farm agent in Starkville?
No. 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 He's a system quarterback, and quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Corral ain't the same way at some point. I mean, I think he's better than Will Rogers, but at the same point, quite honestly. You were talking about Auburn. I think it's imperative they get off to a 4-1, 5-0 start because the end of the year could be really bad.
Yeah, depending on what happens, that's what we were talking about. I think, the 3-2 should be the absolute floor, but I think 4-1 or 5-0 is certainly doable, and that would set Auburn up to be able to sustain some losses in that second half because it's tough on the road at Georgia, Ole Miss, and Alabama. On the road at Mississippi State, home with Arkansas and Texas A&M. That's a tough schedule, man.
Well, I'm gonna step out there and say if he's 3-2, then you start buying him making a moving arrangements back to Idaho.
It's going to be tough.
Quite honestly, because it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
You're looking at a 4- and 5-win season, and that's just going to make those people that tried to coup you even stronger.
Yeah.
So, guys, y'all take care and have a great day.
I appreciate it. Well, I mean, it's not something to call and tell me I'm wrong.
Well, we all need to hear it sometimes.
That's true. Well, yeah, I've already heard it from you, so.
Well, yeah,
yeah. Where's Wes at? I mean, can I get it? Our resident bulldog, he doesn't even agree. No. But I might be able to be, like I said, I'm sure I'll be able to talk myself into bumping Auburn up a little bit from 5 by the time fall rolls around.
I just don't see how Mississippi State avoids 7 losses this year.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just looking at the schedule, I don't see how they avoid it. At LSU, home with Arkansas, at Kentucky, at Alabama.
Well, you remember,
Auburn,
one of their losses
Georgia.
last year, they go 7-6, was to Memphis. They're not going to lose to Memphis again this year.
One would assume.
They can beat Arizona State on the road, yes. Can they go into LSU and win? I believe they can.
We'll see.
And, Bowling Green, yeah, that's a win. They beat A&M last year. Arkansas, I think Arkansas was the one that they had won and let slip away late, I think. So, I mean, I
really had no business winning the Auburn game.
No, well, that's true. I mean, there's one of the ones that could have gone against them. So, I'm out on a limb. I'll admit that for sure. But I'll stick with it for now, just for this case. On this day, it is April the 20th. Fenway Park opened on this day. Boston won 7-6 in 11 innings, beat the Yankees, or what would become the Yankees. 1912, 1916, Wrigley Field. First game the Cubs played there, it was called Wickham Park at that point. They won that game 7-6, oddly enough. Ted Williams got his first hit on this day, 1939, and Michael Jordan dropped 63 on the Celtics in 1986, and that was one of the best defensive teams ever.
Yes.
That 86 Celtics team. So that says something when you drop 63 on that team. Happy birthday today, Ernie Stoutner, Hall of Fame defensive end with the Steelers. John Arnett, a Hall of Fame halfback with USC, born on this date, 1935. George Takai.
Mr. Sulu. He's still alive. He and Captain Kirk, I think the only two that are maybe still alive. James Gammon played the manager in Major League. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lou. Born on this day, 1940, died in 2010.
Yeah, or it's a bull muzzle, or it's a heart attack.
Let's say Ryan O'Neal, born on this day.
Yeah.
Married to Farrah Fawcett, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Coach Superior.
Steve Spurrier, ball coach.
Jessica Lang, Luther Vandross, Clint Howard, brother of Ron, Donnie Baseball.
Don that. Crispin Glover, remember The Wildlife? Remember that movie?
I do not.
Okay.
I remember Back to the Future.
Yeah.
He played the dad.
Yeah.
Allen Houston, great shooter. Carmen Electra, born on this day, 1972. It's going to do it first. Carmen Electra's 50? Wow. He's JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.